I'm sleepy. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Kyle. Welcome to Mobility Moment. Today we're going to be doing a viewer question. Katie, she's a chef. She works for Elite Eats in Pasadena. They'll basically make you your food. It's all paleo, awesome food. She makes amazing desserts. But since she's using her hands all the time, she's got a little bit of tendonitis between the index and middle knuckle here. It's a little bit of a strange spot for tendonitis. Usually people develop it at the base of the thumb or at the wrist. But what we're going to go over is good for just general hand health. We use our hands a lot, and so it's good to get in there and loosen up all those stuck bits and loosen up all the shortened tissue. So one of the things you can do is either massage yourself or have a friend or spouse, whatever you've got, to massage for you. I like to use coconut oil because it's simple, it's cheap, and then you can just kind of rub it around and it just absorbs into your skin. It's also really good for your skin. Anyways, if you're doing this for yourself, you'll slather up with a bunch of coconut oil and you'll just use your thumbs to just push along the tissue away from yourself. And you'll find there'll be little bumps in the muscle. Those are little knots, and you can kind of work on those a little bit and then just keep pressing and just knead out that tissue. If someone else is doing it, they'll be pulling away from you. Once you get to the hand, you want to focus on pushing the muscle on the side of the hand up to the front and massaging that way. You want to focus on massaging along the thumb here. You want to run your thumb between the metatarsals here, and you'll see that my fingers spread out as I get closer to the knuckles. You can also have them just kind of tug on each finger a few times and just try to keep your hand relaxed. So that's just some basic techniques. You can watch other videos online. There's a lot of massage techniques for the arm and wrist. I'm also going to show you how to roll out with a tennis ball or a lacrosse ball, or even a golf ball is actually really good for rolling out the hands because it can fit in between the metatarsals here. So these are the three tools that I use for rolling out my hands. You have the large lacrosse ball, you have the slightly smaller and more spongy pink ball, and then you have the much smaller and infinitely denser golf ball. You can use the lacrosse ball to roll out the meat of the thumb. And to roll out the meat of the side of the hand here. You can also use it for loosening up the tension between the knuckles. Now, with the tendonitis, you want to be a little gentle here and just make sure you're not aggravating it any more than it already is. But this should help loosen up the tension, just rolling it under each knuckle, kind of stretching out the range of motion there. Now, if that's a little intense, you can use this guy here. If you want to ratchet it up, you can use this guy for all of those same movements. The advantage of the golf ball is that it can fit between the metatarsals here. So you'll set it at the bottom between two of the metatarsals, and you'll roll it back and forth, loosening up some of the tissue. You can add a little pressure. You can move it over to the middle, and this will help loosen up the muscle tension of the hand. Now this should help take some tension out of the two knuckles that you're experiencing a lot of pain from, and this is also good for just general hand health. If you know you're going to be using your hands a lot that day, whether you're going to be typing or driving, go ahead and roll that all out. Now once your hand's feeling a little bit better, you can start to stretch a little bit of the tissues. You can pull your fingers down. I like to spread my fingers out as I pull down and stretch the wrist, stretch the hand. You can stretch back this way. Most people are tighter on this side because the hand is flexing so much when it's used. So generally focus on stretching outward, but you can stretch inward as well. Now, don't stretch if your tendonitis is acting up. Once it's healed a little bit, you can then begin to stretch and elongate the tissues. Also, there's the wall stretch where you put your hand on the wall and turn away from it. We have another video on that as well. So this should help out. You're going to need to rest that hand. If you're doing workouts, you want to avoid high volume for a little while until you build up strength. So maybe a little bit of lower volume, higher weight kind of stuff. And just try not to overuse this motion too much. Whatever you can do with your left hand instead of using your right hand, to give it some time off and let it heal up. Anyways, I hope this helps out. Like the video, share the video. This is good for anybody who's got hand issues. If you want specific coaching, we're available for online coaching. Just email us or contact us on Facebook. Subscribe on YouTube. And if anyone else has a question or a comment, just leave it in the comment section and we'll make a video for you guys.